Well, I think as MLP fans, Bronies and Pegasisters, the Chapter 6 teaser by Netflix, and there's more information about it on Equestria Daily, has gotten a lot of people talking. I mean, heck, Dr. Wolf just put up a video about a half hour ago, 30 minutes ago. Right now it's about 6:42 p.m. Pacific time. So around basically 6:12, 6:10, he put up a video and he talked about this. And the one thing he focused on was the designs of the dragons and how they have more pony-like features than what we would normally associate with the dragons from G4. And how their hairstyle seems very reminiscent of a certain fashionista pony that we all know and love from G4, who is a certain purple-winged dragon. Well, he got his wings in Season 8, but you get the idea. Had a thing for as well. And pretty much you could say Dragon Drop's ending in Season 9, the final season, may have hinted at that. I mean, come on. Ever since Nicole Dubuque took over, how many times have we seen Spike and Rarity, Sparity be very interactive with each other, more so than they were in the seasons that, were previous? I'm just saying. Now, as far as the central focus of this is basically there's a dragon in there that is the same coloring as Spike. The scales and like his overall purple body, I guess you could say the scales on his spikes, his little scale spikes as well, green. But what's interesting, though, is this dragon has more feminine features. Now, I'm not saying it isn't Spike, and maybe they just decide, hey, it's a new show. This is all look at Spike. We're going to make Spike look the way they do. But there's a bigger, giant dragon foot that came down at the end of Chapter 5. And it was Spike's color. So you have to wonder if Spike is like the elder dragon, and maybe this is his granddaughter. Or maybe his daughter. We don't know. But what was interesting is that Dr. Wolf looked at this and he was like, they have pony features. Their hair is like Rarity. They have these charms that are like cutie marks for them. And he did kind of indicate that maybe Izzy created the charms for them. And that might be the case as well. But also the fact that if that's not the case, then what's going on, right? That makes you wonder. That makes you really wonder. So basically, it may seem like whether people like it or not, we might... Now, here's the catch. They can't officially say too much about G4 because apparently, according to sources, if you believe them, Discovery Family owns a majority of G4. So that's why you can only get little tidbits here and there of, Friendship is Magic lore included or talked about, referenced and all that in Make Your Mark and Tell Your Tale. Yeah, I know it sounds weird to hear, but it's true. And it's not the first time a show like this or a franchise like this has, gone through something like this. Where it's like, you want this, but you can't because this other party has the part you need, or at least some of it is only going to lend out as much as it can. Because you have to pay royalties if you want it all. But anyway, it does seem like we're probably going to get some kind of a hint that something happened. Because let's be honest, we don't know what happened between, the final battle to save Equestria in the ending of the end and the last problem, which took place many years later. We don't know. So who's to say? Who's to say? If Spike and Rarity didn't end up together. I mean, come on. One of the final group shots has Rarity right next to Spike, and she's looking up at him as Twilight singing. And in the final group shot, you see Rarity right next to him coming up from behind him, for the shot, if you will. So it's like, who's to say? Who's to say? I mean, heck, they teased us with the fact that there's Applejack and Rainbow Dash in the future in Last Problem. So, and Pinky, ended up with Cheat Sound. So, who's to say this didn't happen? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But what do you guys think? What do you think? Do you think maybe we'll get an indication it did happen? Or maybe do you think it's just, the fact that the people that designed G5 are just going off what they feel will sell the most toys with the design? What do you think? I mean, I know in the comics there are dragons. Like there's this one dragon in the bookstore where it was a Friendship Forever issue where Spike and Luna were teaming up. And she was surprised to meet Luna. And she had a bit of a hairstyle, so who's to say they're not basing it off that? We'll have to see. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are. What are your thoughts on all of this? Comment down below. Live chat during the premiere. Love to hear how you feel about it. What's your take on it? What do you think's really happening? Do you think Spike and Rarity happened? Sparity did happen, and this is just the end result, or do you think it's just a design choice? Let me know down below. And until then, I will talk to you all later.